Hello and welcome guys. In today's video we're going to be looking at Bitcoin's new hash rate high and what that could mean for price, as well as Bitcoin's correlation to gold and the latest Satoshi Nakamoto claim. But first, Bitcoin's hash rate has hit a new all-time high of 82.5 terahashes per second. If you don't fully understand what that means, don't worry, you're definitely not alone. Essentially, hash rate denotes the computing power of a network, in this case Bitcoins, and the 82.5 terahashes pertains to the amount of calculations a network can perform per second. So the higher the hash rate, the more resources are needed to mine a block, increasing the security of a network. Now, some analysts have suggested that an increase in hash rate correlates to an increase in price, with the theory being that the more secure and thus healthy a network is, the more confidence there will be in that network, leading to further investment. Max Kaiser pointed this out earlier today, simply saying that price follows hash rate. Now, it must be said that just because a network is showing signs of positive growth, it doesn't necessarily correlate with price. In fact, this is made pretty clear just by bearing in mind the price action of 2018 and comparing it to the hash rate chart. If we compare the long descending slump in price throughout last year and then look at the hash rate, we can see that it grew regardless of the drop in price. But there's still a reason to be excited, because the fact that hash rate is on a steady rise indicates the ever-growing strength of the Bitcoin network, which is never a bad thing. Now, going from hash rate rises to a rise in price, an interview with investment guru Mark Mobius hinted at a correlation between the rise of Bitcoin and the rise of gold, with Mobius suggesting that crypto rising in price would catalyze a similar flood of investment into gold as a result. So Mobius, much like everyone else, foresees a demand in hard assets in the wake of a coming global recession, which could usher in a golden age, excuse the pun, for gold. Although he wasn't too keen on cryptocurrencies, calling them psychocurrencies, because in his opinion, value is dependent on investor faith. I mean, isn't that almost exactly the same as gold, which derives most of its value on scarcity and the belief that it's valuable? Now, whether Bitcoin is actually a hedge against global economic disaster or not has been up for debate recently, with many analysts and speculators such as Tom Lee and Anthony Pompliano suggesting that increasing signs of the weakening of the global economy, such as the US-China trade war and the reduction of interest rates in the US, will lead investors into BTC as a place to weather the storm of financial chaos. On the other side, we have people like Peter Schiff, a notable gold bug and Bitcoin detractor, suggesting that, in fact, Bitcoin isn't a safe haven, but is simply riding the wave of speculation and economic uncertainty. I actually went into more detail on this topic in a previous video, which should be popping up above, so check that out. And lastly, we have the latest claim to the crypto throne. Yes, another idiot pretending to be Satoshi Nakamoto in the most long-winded way possible. Now, this is a mind-numbingly in-depth reveal and even delves into Chaldean numerology to prove that Bitcoin's white paper holds some kind of coded message. And while this is all fairly creative, it also screams at the top of its lungs that it's not Satoshi at all. It even uses Satoshi's quote here: "If you don't have the time to believe me or don't get this, I don't have the time to convince you." Well, clearly you definitely have the time on your hands to try and convince us. Luckily for us, there is one simple way to prove that you are in fact Satoshi Nakamoto, and spoiler, it doesn't involve a 3-part reveal or even a court case. It's simply signing a message with the Genesis block keys, as illustrated beautifully here. But that's all from me. If you enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up. Remember to subscribe for more content, and we'll see you tomorrow.